Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Reclaim with David, and I'm so glad to be here today because we're going to talk about choices. You know, John C. Maxwell said once, life is a matter of choices. You make the choices and the choices make you. So we are the sum total of the choices that we make every day. It's a difficult truth to accept, but we really create the life that we live in. And this can be even extended to some length. If you think about it, the life that we live in today was created also by the choices that people who were here before us made. To some extent, we have created the life that we live in, but also people before us have contributed to the life that we live in. Therefore, the people who will come after us, our children, grandchildren, and so on, will live a life that would be more or less part of what we are living today. So our choices today, they go a long way. That's why it's very, very important for us to think about the choices that we make. And that means even the smallest choice, the most significant choice you could think of. That comes to, the clothes that you wear in the morning. You go through your closet or through your clothes and you think, okay, I'm going to wear this today. And then you decide, that's a choice. You wake up and you decide to brush your teeth. You decide to put on a specific set of clothes. You decide to go somewhere that day. And remember, no one makes those decisions for you. It might seem like someone is forcing you or doing it because of somebody else, or someone is telling you to do this or this, blah, blah, blah. You could give those excuses, but the truth that we all don't want to hear is that you made those choices yourself. I make those choices myself. So as I said, I wake up, I decide to wake up. That's the first decision. Instead of staying in bed all day, I wake up. I get myself ready. I decide to pray, take time to pray. I decide to take time to read the Bible. I decide to take time to get ready, shower, choose the clothes that I want to choose. Everything is a choice from the very beginning of the day when you wake up. You decide what words you're going to say. The first person you see, maybe your spouse, maybe your children, maybe the person that will live with you. All these things are choices. And the reality, the truth is, the way you start your day influences, to some extent, the rest of your day. So everything we do is interconnected in one way or the other by the choices that we make. Therefore, it is very important for us to think about what choices we are making on a daily basis. Some of these choices, we make them consciously, and others, we make them subconsciously, but still, we are the one making these choices. So as I said, so why do we have to be aware of these choices? Because they're influencing our lives. How do they influence our life? So I'd like to talk about our senses. We have 5 senses, or 6 senses, as others believe, or you may believe as well. I want to talk about the 5 senses though. So the 5 senses, and then we'll discuss about how we can use them to be able to alter the choices that we are making, to be able to change around our lives by changing the choices that we make. These 5 senses, we feed our mind with these senses. Our mind contains our thoughts, our emotions, and our mind. So our mind contains our thoughts and our emotions. So when we say something, we react to it, whether we know we are aware of it or not, but we react to anything we see in our mind. There are some thoughts that are triggered. There are some emotions that are triggered. There are some responses of the body and the physiologically that are triggered. Some hormones are released. The heartbeat can change. The pupil of your eye can change size. So all these things are adjusting to what you saw. And some of them happen without us being aware. It's just that the way we are wired. When you listen to something, it triggered more emotions, it triggered some thoughts. Sometimes you're listening to some music, maybe without even words, just music, just a piece of music without word, like a music track. And you're thinking about it, and it's just triggered thoughts, emotions. You can listen to music and cry. You can listen to music and feel like you want to dance. You can listen to music and feel like you want to do something. So all these actions, all these choices were created by that first action of allowing one of your senses to acquire or to capture some information. So the more information we allow to come into our mind through our senses dictates, or should I say, transform the choices, or make or create the choices that we make every day. Let me put it this way. The more you listen to good music that makes you want to dance, the more you will dance. The more you listen to music that makes you want to, do nothing and just sit down and, the more you're going to do that. I'm using an example of music, but this could apply to people. The more people you listen to who encourage you, the more positive people you're surrounded with, the more positive you will be. The more positive decisions you're going to make. If you are surrounded by people who sleep and wake up at 10, 11 and do nothing for the rest of the day, you will do the same sooner or later, because you are acquiring information by seeing that, by listening to them, by seeing these people do these things repetitively. Your mind will acquire those information, and then you end up acting like them. So the first step to make sure that if you are making wrong choices that you want to change the way you use your senses by seeing the kind of books that you read, the information that you get. It comes through your eyes. You see the letters. You decode them through words. These words go into your mind. You interpret them. And when you interpret them, you give them meaning. That's why me and you, or you and I, could look at one word and think about different things. Why? That is because of the way we are as a person. Actions, the choices that we made, among everything that we could have chosen for the meaning of that word, we decide to choose something. If you're a negative person, when you see something, you, in your vocabularies, or should I say in your word bank, in your memory, and your mind, you will just go and choose something negative. Oh, it's going to be a bad day. This is not, but the other person looks at the same thing and say, oh, it's going to be a wonderful day. And therefore, they're going to make more focused choices. They're going to have a more focused day. They're going to be more productive in their day. They're going to be happier in that day because they have a focus. They know what's coming after that, and they've got the energy to go after it. So it all starts from the very first choices. Now, I don't want to talk too much about this topic, but the main reason I'm talking about this is to help you and to remind you that, and to remind myself as well, that everything we live in is a choice. And the way to change that is through our senses. One most important thing that I believe will change anybody's life is when you go to a spiritual level. Maybe we can talk about in the next video, but I will just quickly touch onto that. Spiritually, that's another level below your mind. And that's where you have connection with God. That's where you have conviction that you want to live forever. That's where you have conviction that there is someone above everyone, someone who created the world, someone who is beyond everything and everyone. Even those, who call themselves atheists. It's really that they know deep inside them that there's someone beyond them. That is the spiritual level. So when you start cultivating yourself and your abilities and your choices on that level, and that comes by exposing your eyes to reading the Bible, using your mouth to speaking the word of the Bible, spending time with God in prayer, and that can transform the choices that you make on a daily basis. So to recap and to conclude, the choices that you make your life. So you make your choices, and your choices make you. Secondly, you live your life. Your life was produced by the choices that you made. But to some extent, your life that you live was created by the people who lived before you, including me. The choices that we are making today are creating our future, but not only that, they are creating the future of our children and grandchildren. So every choice that you make, keep that in your mind, and make sure if you want to change anything in any area of your life, to focus on what I said. Change the way you feed yourself through your five senses, and you will see amazing results happening. Thank you for spending time with me. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I'm going to read a quote from Nelson Mandela, and then I will finish. Just bear with me. So, what did he say? He said, "May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." That's my last word in this video. May your choices, when you make a choice, let your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. God bless you. Stay focused and reclaim that which is yours. And in this video, it is your choices. God bless you. I will see you in the next one. You were on Reclaim with Dr. David. God bless you.